Welcome. Yo, this is Brother Tim coming at you live and direct. We are now on the journey, and of course, I need to let you know I am your host, Brother Tim, and of course, you know this is Gye-Nyame Journey Radio, where we strive to blow. My fault. And of course, you know you're listening to Folk Tales for Grown Folks. Excuse me, I am kind of tired, but hey, we're gonna kick it anyway. Folk Tales for Grown Folks. And this is a Heart of a Simba production, where we strive to blow up those old paradigms. Yo, it's been a week. It's a short week, but hey, it's still a week, right? Thanks for Taking Day is coming up, and we're going to celebrate. And what I want to do is, I'm going to go on and pop a bottle of this ambrosia for y'all so y'all can hear it. Oh, wow. Man, yeah. We about to sip on that while we do this show. Man, the smoke is coming out. Man, I'm getting better and better. But hey, but now I just found out, got some competition. Cleveland Brown has came up with his own ambrosia. He sneaking in and brewing some stuff up in his room, you know. So we got to see how his stuff go. So, you know, like I said, several different ways to support the journey and get your hands on some. But hey, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, you need to listen to this. I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center. I pledge to find and connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warrior and to assist all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations within the Gye-Nyame journey. Peace.
The word is spreading. More and more people are switching to Ambit Energy.
Well, one of my neighbors switched, and then I switched. Now the whole neighborhood has Ambit.
Who doesn't want to save money?
The word is spreading. Switching to Ambit Energy is rewarding in more ways than one.
I signed up and got a travel reward. That's nice.
Oh, I get to save on energy and on travel?
There's a cruise for two out there just a few thousand kilowatts away. I can almost smell the sunscreen.
The word is spreading. Ambit Energy even lets you earn free energy.
When I get 15 friends to switch, I get free energy. I have 15 friends. At least I think I do.
Hey, I'd be telling people to switch to Ambit anyway.
If you'd like to switch to Ambit Energy, listen to the following contact information closely. Then spread the word.
We are a consultant in Ambit Energy, and of course we are ready to serve you. So if you are interested, please hit us up. You can find us on our Facebook page, which is basically facebook.com/GNJ Energy. Now this is one of our nation builder initiatives because it's like this, they're penny pinching us to death. We got bills that we have to pay on a regular basis, so why not find a way so that we can benefit from the bills that we pay? Ambit Energy allows us to provide our customers with energy, electricity as well as gas. So, we could possibly save you some money, and either way, like I said, you are contributing to an organization that is trying to do some serious nation building, right? Working with the young people, working with the old people, working with whoever, doing what we do. But hey, now, for those that are interested, when you go to the Facebook page, it'll take you to sign up. Click the sign up button. Go to rates and plans. It'll send you straight to our Ambit page. Check out our rates and plans. All you got to do is type in your zip code, no personal information, and get some information about how much we can save you on your electricity and gas. We are in California, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Texas, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Now, and I know some of those cities y'all be listening, man. I got people in California. I think I got some people in Connecticut. I got some people in Illinois. You know what I'm saying? I got people in Maryland. I got a few in New York. I got some of y'all in Ohio, right? Yo, let's get together and let's start doing some building. Now, this is the beautiful piece about it. If you didn't understand it in the commercial, if you get 15 people, you don't have to get in the business, but if you get 15 people to sign up under you or through you, you will get the energy portion of your bill free, right? So, it's been a slow push, right? It's been a slow push because my piece is I want people to see the value. I'm not a pressure salesman and stuff like that. So, I just leave it open. Let's work. You know what I'm saying? You want to work because I need people that's willing to work. I don't need people I got to talk into it, all right? But, hey, so feel free to hit us up. Now, also, the other sponsor for the show, of course, is That Ambrosia, right? That Ambrosia. I don't know if we can call it a sponsor, but like I said, when you get to Gye-Nyame, Gye-Nyame get back to you. So, like I said, when you give a donation, we give you a bottle. You know what I'm saying? You get a bottle of ambrosia, your choice. You know what I'm saying? You give more of a donation, we'll give you 2 bottles. We'll give you 3 bottles. We'll give you 4 bottles. You know what I'm saying? So that we can keep it above board, right? So hit us up. Let us know if you want to sample some of this ambrosia. Right now, I'm drinking the original, right? Now, this batch right here is a little bit strong. It might not be for everybody. I let this one sit just a little bit long, and it got a little vinegary. It's kind of a little vinegary, but the good thing about the honey is that honey is a little bit more forgiving than sugar. It adds a little bit more than just sweetness to the flavor. So each batch is a little bit different, right? But you still recognize the taste, but it's just a little bit different, and it's a different flavor. I use wildflower honey, unpasteurized. You know what I'm saying? And the process that I'm using now, I use no heat in the processing of the ambrosia. Now, I will boil the teas that I add to it, like I boiled the tea for the dandelion root and the burdock root for the Death Eater. I boil the tea for the guy body, which is the bladderwrack, and the sea moss. But other than that, I don't use heat in the processing of the ambrosia. So what you're getting is 100% pure food of the gods. So why don't you have a sip with me? Because I'm sipping, right? So now let's go down the Gye-Nyame timeline before we get all into this. I'm going to go down this Gye-Nyame timeline so we can go and cover some of the news and have this discussion. And maybe some of y'all join me, maybe some of you won't, but it's cool. So I'm on the Gye-Nyame timeline. Go to Gye-Nyame timeline on Facebook. Of course, I'm advertising this, so I want to send out shots to DJ Dale for Chadbourne for once again for constantly posting up some great pics up on our Facebook page. He got, it's like he has bamboo and water and kites, fire kites flying, pictures of funny looking dogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you be finding all this stuff at, but I appreciate them. I appreciate anybody that donate their time to what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we got to spread the word because we can't really trust the media. Now, I want to do a shout out to the people at Vsauce. They have this show called Mind Blow, and they were talking about in Mind Blow, they bring out a lot of technological advances that are going on in the world that you really would notice if you keeping track of all the foolishness that's going on in the world, right? With the Great Pumpkin taking over the country and stuff like that, But they talk about a lot of good stuff. Now, one of the things that I was interested in this one that came up is Mind Blow 109, and they talking about download to your brain. So they're coming up with technology where you will be able to download information directly to your brain. That's only one of the things they talk about. It's incredible some of the stuff that they dig up that people are doing research on and actually doing actual experiments and doing actual demonstrations on how to use it. So, if you want to keep up with what's coming, that's one of the shows you need to check out. That's Vsauce. And the series that they got on that one is called Mind Blow. So they talk about quantum dot solar. So they got these quantum dots that they could put on glass that generate electricity. You could put it on glass, or you can even put it on cloth, and it'll either soak up sun energy and produce electricity, or it could, while you walking with your scarf on, it'll develop a charge and charge up your phone. Just little simple stuff like that. It's incredible. Sending shots out to Jasiri X. He put out a song a while ago in 2015 called "The New Slave." He say, "If they're the new slaves, we're the new Nat Turner." Nice song. Check it out. Brother Jasiri X be putting it in. Of course, I'm demonstrating how to open up a bottle of that especially that Death Eater ambrosia. Make sure you check that out, right? For those that's getting that Death Eater, because Death Eater, man, is ready to go. So once you open it, you got to have it in a cup. It's on there. It's on Facebook. I'm not going to ruin it. You can see because it's alive. When I say it's alive, it's alive. You getting live probiotics that's going into your body that will help you with a lot of stuff. All right. I also got some news popped up about gut microbiota may play an important role in influencing onset of blinding, wet AMD, or is a major disease that a lot of people are getting in their eyes, macular degeneration, and they're finding a correlation, not necessarily direct proof, that the microbiota or the microbiome inside your body plays a factor in keeping your eyes healthy. Not only your eyes, but they're finding a connection between the your microbiome and your overall health. Basically, all of the microorganisms in your body assist in your immune system, assist in the body running, assist in helping you break down food after you eat it. And we're not getting that. And that's one of the things that I try to shoot at. I'm shooting for with getting out this ambrosia. So check that out. You might get you some interesting information. Democratic senator introduces a bill to abolish the electoral college. Because I know a lot of y'all, a lot of us don't even understand, including myself, don't understand the purpose of the electoral college, right? So maybe we might need to have somebody come on one of the shows to talk about how the electoral college works and what it's for, right? So, because you hear about, you hear that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, but she lost because she didn't get enough votes in the electoral college. So, what's the difference between a popular vote and an electoral vote, an electoral college vote? Does this mean that the popular vote don't matter? You know what I'm saying? So, these are the type of things. So we got a Democratic senator trying to introduce a bill to abolish the electoral college. But knowing how Democrats and Republicans play the game, soon as it works against the Democrats, they'll be screaming they want the electoral college back. All right. Let's see. Boom. All right. Okay. Rio faces new questions about giant guinea pig project. Company lawyer found the emails about 10.5 billion payments to consultants more than a year ago. So, of course, more fuckery going on over there in Rio. Brazil is a land of hustlers and thieves. They stole the land, they stole the people, they stole the land from the people that was there. Almost killed all of them, just like America. I mean, it's a miniature. Actually, it is in America. You know what I'm saying? So it's the Americas. In South America. You know what I'm saying? And they doing the same thing. They stole the land. They stole people to work the land. Now they still lacing their pockets with other people's money. I got an article up here. There may be a silver lining in Trump's trade policies, and Trump up there doing his famous 666 symbol as he talk about it. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's about it in the news. Hold on, we got something. China completes first human trial of gene edits. So they editing genes over in China. So I think they're trying to make some type of super soldier, because that's what it's all about. When we start talking about these world politics, they, who could get the best people to, they want to engineer your free will out and engineer super abilities in so that you will be more subservient, or your children will be more subservient to them. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I say them, I mean those individuals that's running things. Every boss want a robot. Okay? We just was joined. I don't know who joined us. Who's on the line? Okay, we've been joined by Brother Devin. Let me turn on your mic, brother. We're about to get down into this folktale. You called in right on time because it looked like the Gye-Nyame news timeline was running slow, but I got another article here. Built by the Huns, ancient stone monuments discovered along the Caspian Sea. All right, at Gye-Nyame we eclectic because we got to watch the world. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know where the punch is coming from. So you watch the world, and we make sure that we're able to get some interesting news out to you. You know what I'm saying? I love for people to learn. So That's what I do. So we back on last week's news. So I'm about to move into the story, and me and Brother D is going to talk about it. Maybe we might be joined by somebody else. But yo, remember, go to the Facebook page. Either go to my Facebook page or go on and follow Gye-Nyame Journey. Get on there and learn how to open up these bottles of ambrosia, man. Because I can't be replacing it when y'all just want to open it up real quick. This is not Pepsi. This is not Coca-Cola. This is not the kombucha that you buy in the store. This is a living organism, a living group of organisms. Now, also, this is what else I want to tell you about the ambrosia, right? When you drink it, be intentful in when you drinking it, right? Because you need to identify why you drink it. Are you drinking it to get laid back? Are you drinking it for the possible health benefits? Why are you drinking it? Be clear on why you're drinking it. Because your intentions on top of these live billions and billions of small beings can work together to bring into your life what you need. All right? So, or at least fire it up in you, right? Because everything we need is already in us, and all we trying to do is find something to help kickstart what you need in your life. All right, so let's get to the story. You ready for the story, bruh? Hello? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Okay, he muted it, so I guess his baby up. So, you ready for the story? You got any announcements? Y'all ain't got no performances or nothing coming up? You got something you want to announce?
Nah, no announcements today.
All right, cool. I'm going to take another sip of this ambrosia, and we're going to get right into it. Oh, man. That cool, refreshing drink. All right. So, now, fam, I want y'all to understand this, man. We are on page 214. On every page, there is a folk tale. There is a story. So we have covered over 200 of Aesop fables through this program. 200. We've been going in order. I don't go through a random note. We are going through them in order. I need y'all to understand. Look. And first off, this is crystallized wisdom. Our ancestors had experiences back then. They crystallized them in the form of stories, proverbs, and folk tales and sent them down to us. All we got to do is have the tools to decode them. And that's what we try to do on this show. And the answers that we have may not be the ones you come up with. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking for right or wrong here. We're just looking for ideas because the key piece is to get the mind going. All right, so here's the story. The Thief and the House Dog. That was hot. What's that? A thief came in the night to break into a house. He brought with him several slices of meat. Let me put on my glasses. Good grief. All right. That's better. A thief came in the night to break into a house. He brought with him several slices of meat in order to pacify the house dog, so that he would not alarm his master by barking. As the thief threw him the pieces of meat, the dog said, "If you think to stop my mouth, you will be greatly mistaken. This sudden kindness at your hands will only make me more watchful, lest under these unexpected favors to myself, you have some private ends to accomplish for your own benefit and for my master's injury." The crack of God on that one, because I want y'all to think. Really listen to this one. A thief and a house dog. A thief came in the night to break into a house. He brought with him several slices of meat in order to pacify the house dog, so that he would not alarm his master by barking. As the thief threw him the pieces of meat, the dog said, "If you think to stop my mouth, you will be greatly mistaken. This sudden kindness at your hands will only make me more watchful, lest under these unexpected favors to myself you have some private ends to accomplish for your own benefit and for my master's injury. All right, so let's get it. So what we have here, we have a story about a main character, a thief, and we have a house dog. Now, I want y'all to think about this. We all have thieves in our lives or around our lives, and we all have house dogs. Now, the question that came to my mind is, what is the master? Because, I mean, of course, in these stories, part of the Gye-Nyame pledge, we say, I will use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher. Right? So when we read stuff like this, we have to look into it and go deeper, further, and higher. Now, in every life, you have a master. In every life, you have a thief. In every life, you have a watchdog. Now, the most important element in this story is the watchdog. Why? Because the watchdog's job is to protect the master. That's it. You know what I'm saying? All the master need is a couple of minutes. That's why I used to tell my dog, when I had power, no matter how old he was, my only thing with him when I'm walking with him is, dog, you look, I know you old. I only need a couple of seconds. I need just a couple of second warning. And for the 17 years that he was alive, he gave me my warnings. And several times it not only saved my life, it saved some of my kids' lives. So, some of and we got individuals out there that would testify. But it was certain things that I had to carry out in order to keep him like that. I had to make sure power was fed. I had to make sure that power got his walks. I had to make sure that he received everything that he needed in order to be the watchdog. You know what I'm saying? So the master has to be handling his business in order for the watchdog to be handling his business. Because the thief is going to come, and the thief is trying to bribe the dog, right? Now, another issue that we have, another piece that we have in Gye-Nyame that we at least try to work with is honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. Now, this dog exhibited all of those pieces. You know what I'm saying? Honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. Loyalty being number one, right? But the dog was honorable, right? Because he was willing to make a sacrifice. Because I want you to think about this. Dogs love meat. And this dog was looking at this meat, and this dog had to weigh the fact, well, I can have this momentary satisfaction. And a lot of us, now, let's look at our lives as the watchdog. Because in everybody's life, some of us are watchdogs in other people's lives, right? A lot of times when thieves are trying to get in, they always try to bribe the watchdog. You always got to bribe the watchdog. You know what I'm saying? Because if you could bribe the watchdog, it's easy to break through the gates, right? If you could bribe the watchdog, right, it's easy to break through the gates. So those of you who do have watchdogs, right, in your life, right, you have to make sure that they eat. You got to make sure that they're getting what they need. You know what I'm saying? So that when the thief comes, because the thief is going to come with that momentary satisfaction. Now, if that dog was hungry because he wasn't being taken care of at that time, that dog would have ate. And that thief would have been able to get in there and fleece that master of everything that he had. Right? You know what I'm saying? Now, with honor, loyalty, and sacrifice, we try to put these three in all the relationships that we have. Honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. When one of them is gone, the triangle is broken. And when the triangle is broken, all of it go out the window. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to be honorable, for honor to be there, loyalty has to be there. For loyalty to be there, there has to be sacrifice. Now, if the dog was not willing to sacrifice for the master, if the dog was not willing to sacrifice for himself as well, because sometimes, because sacrifice, a lot of us, we think sacrifice, it does hurt. But sacrifice benefits, right? Because think about this. This dog could have had temporary satisfaction with that meat that was thrown out there. Could have went and ate good for that couple of seconds and been satisfied and let this dude come in the house and rob his master. But you know what happens to a dog that allows a thief to come in the house? Anybody, any dog owners out there? What would you do to your dog if your dog was sitting there looking all comfortable while somebody was rifling through your house? Especially somebody you didn't know. Now, I had occasions where individuals who I knew came into my crib, and Power knew him, so Power ain't do nothing. So he got a pass, right? You know what I'm saying? He got a pass for that because I introduced Power to this individual, right? Which is another lesson for the watchdog, right? The watchdog is not to get to know anybody else or should not be around anybody else in the way that he's around the master, right? So those that have watchdogs in your life, you got to have that special relationship, that special bond with them that nobody else could duplicate, that nobody else should duplicate, because that will keep you safe, that will keep you protected, right? Because nobody else, no matter how many slices of meat or how many slices of money, no matter how much money they come through the door with, right? It won't make a difference. So now we got this dog, you know. But back to the beginning, right? The question is, what would you do to a dog that allows somebody to come in the house and rob you? Somebody you didn't know. I'll tell you clearly what I would do. I have a machete just for that purpose. I'm just being honest. If my dog, I don't care how big the dog is or how little the dog is, if this dog does not give me a warning that somebody's coming in the house, he has violated our relationship. He has dishonored our relationship. Boom. Piece of that triangle gone, whole triangle falls. There's no you have no use for a house dog, for a watchdog, if it allows an outsider to come in. Right? So this dog was wise enough to be like, man, don't think that those little pieces of meat is going to stop me from opening my mouth. You are sadly mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because he understood that the master's welfare was his welfare. Now, let's get to the mind state of the African American. Listen, you got to understand, listen. This is the mind state that has been built and has been educated and has been taught into us about this whole society. This is why we get so invested in all the politics, because we're the watchdog, right? So it's sort of like, because a lot of us don't want to admit it, but it's sort of like we got the syndrome that Malcolm X talked about, the house Negro and the field Negro. And a lot of us say we're the field Negro, but in fact, we're actually the house Negro. Are we sick, master? Oh, we lost the election, master. You know what I'm saying? It's that, you know, it's that whole watchdog piece, right? Because we supposed to bark, right? Now, a lot of us is going to get chastised by, a lot of us that believe in that system is going to get chastised by the Democratic Party because, of course, you know, the scapegoat for Miss Hillary losing is going to be the fact that black folks didn't come out to vote. So there always has to be a scapegoat. There always has to be a sacrifice. You got to realize that, right? There's certain rules to the game that you can't get by, right? And, you know, so in order to make sure you get everybody fall in line, you got to have the fall guy. You got to have the individual that falls on the sword. Either he falls on it willingly or you have to force the sword upon him, period. And that's what's going to happen to us, because what this election showed, and, you know, back to the watchdog that we are is no longer needed, because think about it. We did get out and vote. But what Trump has shown is that when you get white folks heated up, right? When you use divisiveness, right? That segment of the nation outweighs everything else. You know what I'm saying? They outdid everything. You know what I'm saying? They outdid the blacks, Hispanics, Latinos. A lot of y'all, you know, there's a difference. Native Americans, all the groups. They outdid all of us, right? And Trump showed that. Now, who do you think Democrats are going to go in and court next, right? Who do you think they're courting? They're not courting you no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you have been trumped, right? Now that you've been trumped, you show that basically you useless, right? And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? That means we just got to get together and build a little bit more right now. But let's get back to this dog. Let's go over what he says. This dog in your life, because, on the political life, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop being the watchdog and we have to start learning how to be the master, right? And what does it mean to be a master, right? The master, right, has stability. The master has territory. The master has economic life. The master has a distinctive culture and language in common. The master controls that, right? And the question is, when will we become the master, right? Because his dog says, if you think to stop my mouth, you will be greatly mistaken. If you think this little bit of meat will stop my mouth, you will be greatly mistaken. This sudden kindness at your hands will only make me more watchful, lest under these unexpected favors to myself, you have some private ends to accomplish for your own benefit and for my master's injury. Now think about this. Now, our ancestors, as a matter of fact, we ain't go through it in the African openings to the Tree of Life, but matter of fact, we might have, hold on. In the African openings to the Tree of Life, one of the last Proverbs in the first chapter. Hold on. It says something along the lines. Be careful and learn to distinguish between gifts and bribes. Right? Now listen to the wisdom of this dog. Even though we know it's not a dog, but like I said, that's the brilliance of Aesop, because the story is layered. So my kids get to get this story. But as they get older, they'll be able to apply this layered story to different aspects of their life. If you think that this little bit of meat will stop my mouth, you will be greatly mistaken. This sudden kindness at your hands will only make me more watchful, lest under these unexpected favors to myself, you have some private ends to accomplish for your own benefit and for my master's injury. This sudden kindness at your hands will only make me more watchful. Look, how do con men get us? How do some of these people get us, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one time, my uncle was trying to get me ready because I had to go through some big cities, and I had bought a watch, right? And he's like, man, that watch is fake. They got you. They got you, nephew. They got you. But they got another one of my friends because they hit him with a con where they gave him what looked like a lot of bills of money wrapped up. So they gave him a bunch of ones and they asked him to give them some money, and if he will hold this for them, they'll be right back. Somehow it was slick. But they started off by giving a kindness, right? I mean, like, for example, even in The Godfather, they start off in those assassination plots, they always start off by giving you something, right? A lot of us fall prey to people giving us things. And by giving us things, that opens us up and it exposes us for injury, right? So we got to be very careful of that, right? That's old in the game. That's almost human nature. When somebody give, you know what I'm saying, we open up. And we got to start watching that. And this dog, in this lesson, in this story, right? If you don't get any of the other stories that I've been sharing with you, if your children don't get any of the Aesop fables, if they pull a lesson up out this one, it will be worth millions of dollars. Because this happens on all levels of life. Somebody joined me on the line. Who there? Oh, you back?
Yeah, I made it back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, something had happened with my router.
Okay, cool. Hey, it's all good. Did you hear the story? Or do you need me to read it again?
I didn't get to hear the story.
All right. This is for Brother D and anybody else that might be joining us right now. The thief and the house dog. A thief came in the night to break into a house. He brought with him several slices of meat in order to pacify the house dog, so that he would not alarm his master by barking. As the thief threw him the piece of meat, the dog said,